Okie dokie. Carry and indeed okie, I think. Look at all these tabs. Look at all these tabs. Okie dokie. Carry and indeed okie, I think. Welcome back to the Watermelon Challenge. Or the Baby Orangutan Challenge. In actual fact, we're welcoming ourselves back to a slightly earlier Watermelon Challenge. Or the Baby Orangutan. Recharging the batteries. In actual fact, we're welcoming ourselves where I will slightly earlier Watermelon Challenge. I'll have to do that too. Gotta got all these tabs open in here. Silly me. Right, what I normally say is, oh, I should finish my coffee before starting. Well, I'm starting earlier. So you motherfuckers could talk to me and shit. So, how y'all doing? It's fine. Today we'll be running for 1 hour. And I have to rush out quickly and get my water and come back. But first things first, consumption is the function of this junction. Now, we're doing this today, and then later on, I'll be doing a stream. I suppose I haven't played Age of Empires in a while. We should play some Age of Empires. Wouldn't that be lovely? Wouldn't it be nice to play Age of Empires? I'm not sure how the rest of this song goes. So, yeah. I am currently doing this, and then afterwards I'm doing that. I'm actually not, for once, I'm not quite sure what to say, so I guess I'm just gonna ramble. Itchy nose. Itchy, itchy nose. Oh, Wasted Wednesday is not on. Last week I said it was going to be on, and then I said it wasn't, now it's back on. Well, that was because of what's happening this week. Same plan as before. I'm going to meet up with a friend. We're going to crash at their place. We're going to play some games and talk to ourselves and touch each other's butts in inappropriate manners. Butt touching is how we say hello in Ireland. I could throw in a priest joke there, but it's too obvious. Too on the nose. Too brown nosing, if you will. I haven't even gotten on a treadmill and I'm rambling off my fucking head about nothing. Yeah, yeah, I think I'll play Age of Empires later on this evening. That should be a bit of a laugh. Then I'm also going to give you something tomorrow, seeing that there won't be any gaming tomorrow. On Wednesday, I should say. Sorry. Great, but I've got no need to. Glug, glug, glug goes the brown liquid. Part of me kind of wants to do Wasted Wednesday instead of doing this, but then I'm like, Dylan, you like these people. You're grand. You're grand. You're gonna have a fun time. I also need to. I need to actually make up a list of games I haven't finished yet. And start tackling them one by one. Right, I'm gonna go and grab my water. I'll finish this, and then we can get started. see the guest towels. Ooh. And the candles we use. Oh, by the way, you might be hearing a slow drumming noise, humming noise. That noise is the fan. Remember last time I said I didn't have any particular cop on to put the fan on prior? Well, this time. Right. Now, same as before. 1 hour. And if I want to go more at the end of it, I've got a little bit more time, like another 10, 20 minutes. Right. Enough jibber. And Jeeves jabber. We have things to do. People to do them too. And pressing start. Oh shit. No. Might help if you can see my fucking face rather than my pantaloons. I like my crotch too, but come on, this is where the show is. I mean, look at this straggly beard. Says it all, doesn't it? So, today, we will be running on the spot. And that's a good thing. Even though it's a metaphor for not being a good thing. Let's see, can I go throughout the entire stream unless someone brings it up without me mentioning the trip? Because even last night I was just there in bed doing calculations, not because I thought I didn't have enough, but to see if I can get the most out of it. So I've got to talk about something else for a minute and 10 seconds. Well, no, that's how long it's been going on for. So I saw TJ's new video on firefighters, firemen, women, trans people of color. And do you know what? Quite honestly, I kind of see where he's coming from, but he got so many things wrong in my opinion. I mean, for starters, I have noticed more times than not, when there's some sort of major accident, a firefighter does show up rather than an emergency response unit. It happens here in Ireland. The exact same that happens in America. But I mean, firefighters do a lot more than just rescue cats and put out fires. I mean, they've got to deal with gas leaks for one thing. Not fun. They get stones constantly thrown at them all the time. Over here. I don't know why, but it seems scumbag kids want to cause problems for firefighters when they're doing their job. As a kid, I always thought one of the days one of the firemen would snap and take his axe at the kids and just fucking lose it. I partied with two guys from Chicago Fire Department. Last year I lived in Dublin. Met them at The Merchant Arch. That's the one. They had been doing a pub crawl. And we talked about everything. Apparently they were brought on to consult Chicago Fire. People who did that. Never watched it, but I was aware of the show. I thought they were really cool, and they seem to have like a pretty good job in the sense that they never seem to be bored, and they never seem to be they seem to be in very good shape as well. And I asked them, why didn't you go into the cops or something like that? And they said they want to help people without hurting them, and they didn't have the skill to put off the medical side of it. But as TJ pointed out, it's kind of their job now, isn't it? I honestly think that it was being a bit hyperbolic. It's better that there's more of them than less. But then there should be more medical staff instead and just give them the medical jobs. Well, it doesn't make much of a difference at the end of the day, though. The only time I was ever in an American hospital was when I was in Chicago back in November. Had a little turn, just a smidge of a one. They did my blood pressure, gave me some water. I was so thirsty. Made me sign a form and off I went. I'll always remember there was a cop in the hallway having an argument with someone on a gurney. He was demanding to get his phone back, and no one was doing it. Apparently he was a junkie. But the doctor who saw me was young, very nice, and we joked about what it's like to work in an American hospital. I know a good few nurses over the years, whether they be carers or outright nurses. And yeah, I wouldn't want that job. See, not for the money anyway. The money's good, but I mean, the shit you motherfuckers have to put up with. Also saw the one with the guy with coke in his nose. That was funny. Maybe it wasn't his coke. Maybe he had just snorted someone else's coke, and then they showed up. I mean, how the hell do you not know it's there? That's the honest truth of it. Like, I imagine it'd be like putting a bunch of sugar up your nose. You'd notice it was there. Or more like flour, I suppose. I'm so glad I put that fan on. Let me tell you. I really wish I could do this at a later date. My workout streams. Like a later date in the day, but the buildings, you know, they're not very... The building is very soundproof, but this thing is pretty loud. And what's more, the vibrations from it. The big guy on top of it going thud, 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 thud. It'll add up over time. Of course, when I'll be over... Never mind. Whoops. Almost. There may come a time at a later date where I can be walking about and... Ha! I just came up with my new drinking game. I won't spoil it. I'll remember it for next Wednesday. Good shit on the horizon, let me tell you. I do have to start streaming earlier in the days. But right now my sleep's all over the place. I'm waking up at like 5 in the afternoon. I actually tried to sleep all day today. Just kill off a whole day. Might have had something to do with this. But I still woke up at 5. So let's see. I went through all the original Batman movies from the 90s. The two Keatons, Kilmer and Clooney. The first two Keatons were absolutely brilliant. Especially the first one. Penguin, it's alright. Christopher Walken is just... He's just Christopher Walken. He's the character he played in, was it View to Kill, that Bond film? That's just him. Was it Zurg? Zart? I know it began with Z. Zart. Well, I'm Amadeus Zart from Zart Industries. Going more George Takei there than that. But it was a good laugh all round. I thought the fourth film was a piece of shit. Uma Thurman might be hot in it, but you know, other than the occasional ice pun that made me go, oh no, it's pretty bad. I've got the 3 newer ones here, and I've also got the animated collection of The Dark Knight. Okay, currently I'm at distance 1 kilometer, calories 73, speed 6, as always speed 6. And we've just done our first 10 minutes. Also, I honestly think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start my streams when I upload the links. I'm not going to start them hours and hours and hours into the future. An hour at the most, half an hour even. I need to find that sweet spot. At least till my audience is more varied. Still, I've noticed on average I'm pushing about 10 now, 10 views. Which is better than my 1 or 2 views I used to get. And of course, once Yahtzee uploads his next video, I'm going to be making a shit ton more views. Oh, Yahtzee. I haven't seen his interview yet with the guy who made Bloodlines 2. I know Arch Warhammer isn't happy with the gameplay. That's a shame. I don't know about what though. And again, I normally don't go to Arch for advice like that or opinions, because his politics sometimes seeps in. But also, more importantly, sometimes I like things he doesn't. Other times he's absolutely right. I saw his gameplay of Rome Imperador, that's shite. Had this whole thing in my life not happened, I totally would have bought that game. Here comes the sweat. I'm gonna be a glazed boy at the end of this. Don't forget, if you like me moving back and forth like a metronome, like and subscribe for content such as this, on average about 2 to 3 times a week. Gaming and other stuff as it happens. I haven't done a vlog in a long while. Not a vlog, just a live stream where I'm just talking to people. I should do that one of these days. I remember I was going to go and do a new version of Low Energy Reactions this week, but I forgot. I'm going to be busy. And next week I'll probably just want to do regular low energy videos, so I'll put that on the back burner. I watched Jim Sterling's take on E3 though. He's always good. I'll tell you now, someone I used to always go to looking for E3 information was fucking Pro Jared. I swear to Christ, he was very concise in his breakdown of each major company. Now, of course, nope, that's not going to happen. But I still think he'd be very good at. I still think he was very good at what he did. I mean, making life choices was not clearly one of them, but still. I also, but no, I like Jim Sterling's one. It was cool that guy, I didn't know this, about the one who shouted, you're breathtaking to Keanu Reeves. He got a free deluxe edition of it. But what I didn't know, and this is the genuine truth of it, tons of people started doing it from there on out, because I didn't watch a lot of the press conferences. So a lot of people started to shout up, and it just became this mess. Now I knew the guy from Bethesda did that. Oh Jesus. He clearly was at a bar and probably was like someone's employee, probably Todd's. I was probably Todd's secretary in the audience. Woo! Mr. Howard, you're great. I love you. Fuck you, buddy. Fuck you in your admittedly well-chiseled ear. Not his ear. His ear wasn't well-chiseled. His jawline and stuff. He has a nice smile. Right before he stabs you in the back. Aqua! Aqua of the gods. Godqua, if you will. Perhaps even I'm a Barbie girl. But not, because I don't want somebody to point a gun at me. I saw that footage in, where was it? Arizona? Phoenix? Jesus. Hey, 111. Could do a shot, but... Hey there, Bill. I saw you pop up. You'll be on my screen in a few seconds. You missed the pre-coffee ramble, and then the first 15 minutes. So I got 43 minutes left to go. I'll be giving you all a stream later. Hope you're well. Just remember though, no wasted Wednesday. I'll be socializing with real people. Not that you're not real. Just not actually in the same area as you. If Darker Elite was here right now, he'd be talking about how I could be in his area anytime. Because he's low energy sexual innuendo like that. And I love him. We're back into the swing of it now, boys. Jesus. So, I'll stream something this evening. I also have to get my sleep into order for Wednesday. I've got to meet them up super early. So, I'll probably give you 2 streams really late my time and really early my time. And then on Tuesday, really depends on when I get to sleep. Really depends, that does. Oh, God. So, yeah, is there anything else I've been watching? Anything else I've been doing? Not really. Not really nothing much else. Check the news. Still all more stuff about who's going to replace May. Everyone thinks it's Boris. I honestly can't think of anyone else who it could be. Khan doesn't have any support. Corbyn doesn't have any real support. Farage has to be someone in the Tories anyway. Updates on legalisation of weed in Ireland. A very sad one. It was brought up to our Taoiseach, Leo Vacarin, in the Dáil, that's our parliament. And it was brought up during like the equivalent of general questions. And he'd responded with something very dismissive. Sort of like, we haven't changed our stance on this. And then someone brought up on the next topic, any further progression on medical marijuana or medical cannabis or whatever, and he just said same response and moved on. Dick. I mean, you do a consensus now of most people in Ireland. Weed is very heavily supported. Right now, the Liberals are more getting into, the Liberal side of Ireland is getting more into sort of like gay rights. Yeah, there was recently a bill on the increase of, the decrease of time before someone can file for divorce. In Ireland, you have to wait such and such a time. They got that back even further. I think it's like 3 months now, 2 months. So pretty soon it's going to be instantaneous. And I think trans is now starting to become more and more on the table. But just like the gay bill, just like the abortion bill, there will be new lines divided. But the abortion bill wasn't very close, and the gay bill wasn't very close. It was lopsided on both sides. People overwhelmingly supported it. So, more so with the gay rights. No, was it more so with the gay rights or more so for the abortion? I forget which. But with trans rights, which I'm not quite sure what those would be in Ireland. I'm not sure what they aren't given. I'm almost certain it's going to be a new divide, and it's going to be under the same old bullshit as well. We shouldn't break up the traditional concept of men and women. Think of the children. This isn't supported in the Catholic Church. And now more and more Muslims are throwing in their lot. Tiny minority. Majority. Nope. Sorry, Sargon, that's never going to happen. They're changing to our ways, not the other way around. But I think at the end of the day, it's more of a generational thing. Particularly those people who grew up in very conservative households. If they didn't rebel, even the younger generation will then go and do that. They'll go and massively support. They'll go and massively support the older outdated ideas. But then, of course, and this is the key thing, there are far fewer of them. And on top of it all, immigration does change up the dynamics. Not just the whole Islamic immigration, but also the dynamics of people with, Eastern Europeans. We have a huge number of Polish people, huge number of Hungarian people, of Baltic states, the Baltic states, and Russians too, coming over here, doing really good at their work, making tons of money.
I always remember that from Have I Got News for You from like 2005. One of the panelists was told that more people in like Poland and from Poland and places like that, they're going back over. They're going back to Poland and places like Eastern Europe, and he just goes, going back home, leaving us jobs, you know. Well, that always stuck out to me. I haven't watched an episode of Have I Got News for You in years. I know I watched one or two in the sitting room in there, so that means I did at some point. I used to love that show. I used to tune in all the time. I know what I'm going to do after this. I'm going to find some modern clips of it on YouTube. I know Paul Merton's still there, and I know Ian Hislop is still there. And of course the hosts change. I Love Lucy. What? I Love Lucy. What, the show from the show from the US? No, Have I Got News for You? That's the one I'm talking about. I always love how you always tell me when you enter and exit a room. You're alright, man. No, I'm saying I miss Have I Got News for You, the TV show. I haven't watched it in years. Oh. I need to get back in there. I need to go and watch some clips afterwards. Paul Merton's there, Ian Hislop's still there, and of course they have two guests on. I remember one year they had, they were going to have one of the members of government from the UK, Tony Blair's government in. He was a big fat guy. Was it Paisley? No, he wasn't a part of the government. I forget his name anyway. But he failed to show up, so they got a drum of lard in as the guest that night, and they put like a little tie on him. And he won like 5,000 points. There was also almost a fist fight once back in the very first few seasons of it between the editor of like the Daily Mail and I think the Conservative leader, and they just hated each other's guts, and they were sitting across the aisle from each other and they were just throwing shade, and I honestly thought there was going to be a fist fight. I missed that show. I know speaking of, Joe Brand was a host there once or twice, and I think she's one of the more SJW-ish people in Britain today, like really SJW, and very feminist, very sort of militant, almost feminist. And she got brought in by the police recently because she said, why aren't they, they're throwing milkshakes at Nigel Farage, why don't they start throwing acid? And, you know, I can't stand the man, but this is the shit that Sargon was bitching about, you know? You're not helping anyone by saying that. You're throwing ideas out there. You're basically poking a bear that doesn't need to be poked. Yeah, it's only milkshakes, so what? Sometimes people get thrown. I think Arnold Schwarzenegger got egged once when he was governor, and he just walked on, you know? I think someone else got thrown eggs at them, and they said, now someone throw me some bacon, and I got myself a complete breakfast. You know, you just take it in your fucking stride. You don't bitch and whine about it. And you don't do what Joe does, which is like, pretty soon they're going to be shooting him. Joe, come on. Joe Brand, that is, not Joe as in Uncle Joe, Joe Biden. Or Joe as in that piece of shit Joe. You hear me, Joe? Better not. You better hope I don't go to Seattle. Because I'll do jack shit to you in person as much as I do jack shit to you here. But no, I'm trying to think of anything else just to pass the fucking time. Not Joe from DP, no. Joe Brand, I used to think she was very funny on QI with Stephen Fry. I remember some of her stand-up was pretty good. My first girlfriend met her at the big bus station in Dublin. She must have been there for a gig or something. And her and her mother were just getting a ticket. When suddenly there goes Joe Brown getting a ticket as well. And I used to love this girlfriend's mother. She was so cool. Crazy ass name. I'm not gonna dox or anything. But she went up to Joe and bold as brass just looked Joe Brown right in the eye and said, "You know what? Compared to what you are on TV, you're nowhere near as fat as I thought you'd be." And Joe really took that as a compliment. And I'd be just there like, "Thank you, random stranger, for telling me I'm not as fat as you thought I was." As long as you get enjoyment from me. "Yeah, you're nowhere near as big as I thought you'd be." I wonder if I should say that to Billy. If I ever do meet the man. On the thing that I'm not talking about. Because I said I wouldn't. And I have to be a sweet boy. I've been going through a lot of my DVDs, getting ready to sell them. I'm currently going through the Indiana Jones movies. I've just finished Raiders of the Lost Ark. Later on today I'll watch some Temple of Doom. We'll get through them all. Would you believe, like 10 cents for each one of these motherfuckers? It's absolutely mental. The hundreds, if not thousands, I've put in over the years to my DVD collection. And most of them are worth nothing. I've got them all, yeah. The only thing of Indiana Jones I don't have is the Adventures of Young Indiana Jones. I watched that as a kid. It used to be on Sky 1, just before work, just before school. Piece of shit movie, but I think Cate Blanchett isn't too bad in it. She's good at most things that she does. There's something very odd about her. She's kind of, I keep thinking that she has, like, someone once told her she was psychic, and that's her whole character. She just thinks that she can go shit. But speaking of South Park, watching the Raiders of the Lost Ark, all I could think of was that episode with Spielberg and Lucas. This is improved history. Guys, don't watch it. No matter how bad it is, don't watch it. And the Ewoks are flinging spears at Indy. And everyone's got walkie-talkies. Oh, I'll always remember that. I'll always remember that in South Park when Matt and Trey were interviewed, and Spielberg just sent them a little message saying "Go fuck yourself" after they made the episode about the improved episodes of Star Wars. Oh, I'll always remember that. Was brilliant. Oh, Stephen, you haven't done anything in a while. I'm thinking of it. When was the last time Steven Spielberg made a movie on his own? Was it 9mm? Because that wasn't a terrible film. It wasn't great either. I thought it was fine. I know he's co-produced a lot of stuff. When was the last time he made some on his own, you know? I wonder if he's got anything in the works. I should check that out. I wouldn't say no. I imagine I'm actually going to go see a good few films. I might even get an AMC card when I'm over in Never mind, can't talk about that. That's 4 times now. But next time I'm over in America, which I don't know when that's going to be, I'll check that shit out. Holy McShit nuggets. Fuck me and the horse I don't currently have. Because why would I need a horse? Just because I'm out in the country, you think all we have is horses? That's racist. Even though currently I am surrounded by sheep, a few cows. There are cows up there and there are sheep all around. And I do occasionally see some horses, jackasses, and mules too. Mule, drug mule, I wish. Oh God, I have been turned into a waterfall. I have been turned into a weeping willow of sweaty, sweaty fat man. On the plus side, time for an update. Distance 3.4, about to go to 3.5. Speed 6. Calories 241. Do sheeps give drinkable milk? They do. I know goats definitely do, so there's no reason to think sheep wouldn't. Hell, people give drinkable milk. That's not like a sexual metaphor either. You can drink human milk, it's just not very good for you. I know you can ferment it. Sheep milk. That's what arrack is, isn't it? That's from yak. That's from yak milk. Arrack. Actually, I haven't had lamb in ages now, thinking of it. I'd be down for some lamb right now. I have a fiver. I'd get myself some chops. Not a terrible concept. Not a terrible ideal. Oh, fuck me. Not fuck me, take me out to have a nice dinner first. Maybe meet my parents. We can go on a weekend cruise, we'll sleep in different compartments. Then one night I'll knock at the door after we had a great night listening to the ship band, and then you could fuck me. You have to work it, you see. I ain't no hoe. Oh, who am I kidding? If a girl came up to me and just put 50 on the table and said I can drink 2 things out of that, but I've got to go down to her afterwards, fuck yeah. I'd get 2 incredibly strong cocktails, knock them back, and at least try to get her name first. I have no standards. Which is odd, because look at me. I'm such a well put together guy. Whew. The standards are for pussies. Do pussies give milk? And the answer again is yes. Did you not see Dune? You must drink. You must milk this cat daily for your antidote. There we are. I haven't watched Dune in ages. I've got it in there. Special edition too. Get to see behind the scenes. I want to see more Jeriowski's Dune though. I am curious about that. Seriously, the last film I saw was Deadwood, which was good, wasn't great. I think they could have done a lot better with it. It was alright. I don't really have that much complaints. In some cases I was like, that seems like a realistic way to say goodbye to this character. Other times I was like, really? This is what you want to sign off on? But I actually don't know what's coming out pretty soon. If anything, really. Last time I was really hyped for films was probably just the end of the Avengers. I was focusing more on the end of Game of Thrones at that time anyway. Oh, what a fucking letdown. I'm always going to be Team Stannis. Hashtag Baratheon only. Hashtag Baratheon pride. Maybe it's because I relate to Robert in his older age. He had better hair though. Okay. We got 40 minutes done so far. It's time for 20 minutes to go and 30 seconds. So let's have a look-see. Do I need to increase so I can get at least 6? Gotta tell you, it's so much easier doing a run when you've got like much more colder environment. Like, I'm gonna be walking around everywhere in America. Ah, damn it! That's 5 times now. Alright, no joke, but my next drinking game is going to be I'm going, every time I mention the trip, instead of someone else asking about it, I have to do a shot. And as you can see here, it's kind of hard not to bring it up all the time, but I don't want to piss people off and I don't want to get sick of it myself. So every time I do that, oh God. So we're at 4K now. Calories 285, and we got less than 20 minutes to go. I'm actually going to increase the speed just a bit. Just a bit. Just a smidge. Because I can. I have that power inside me. You do too, if you follow my 12-step program. Number 1, subscribe to Low Energy videos. Number 2, donate a shit ton of your money, even if you can't pay your bills and have to suck people off to get rent. Number 3, don't do that. Oh. Unless you want to. Look at that line behind me there with the you can see the beams for the apartment above me. It's fucking mental. Oh, I was meant to record something for the past few days. Every morning I'd wake up, there was a spider literally staring down at me from the ceiling. Right above my face. I was going to record it. And today I had my phone right next to me. I woke up, rolled over on my back, looked on up, and Senior Spider was gone. Senior Spider liked to watch, but Senior Spider is gone now. Perhaps to die, perhaps to have never been born. Uh, 17 minutes and counting. $300 calories. Woo. God old Tysley. God old Tyson, as in Mike Tyson. Oh. Yes, I'm gonna go and have a shower after this, and then I'll go and check out some of those clips I've been wanting to look at, or have I got news for you? And then well, we'll get back to watching Indiana Jones, get them sorted, and probably then do a stream. I don't like the girl in Crystal Skull, the blonde one. She's, I know why she's there. She was the wife of, first girlfriend and wife of Spielberg. And, oh, she's so annoying. We're not falling, we're crashing! Ugh. Thank God for Harrison Ford. Kalima. Good stuff. What else is good stuff? Getting a cool glass of aqua. Ew. That was a poor life choice there. Affair. Woo. And to think, sometimes I pull this off for 2 hours. I don't think so. Not right now. But I'm already back up to an hour. Pretty soon it'll be an hour and a half. And then it'll be 2 hours. Climbing back up. By the time it's done now, I suppose I can't talk about it. By the time I'm off to New York, I should be able to walk around New York, no problem. Especially in the middle of January, I won't be sweating. I'll be freezing. Because I probably won't have the right coat. So I'll still be really fat. I won't have a coat that'll zip up right. Yay! I'll just go to some store somewhere and get a coat that'll last me 1,000 years. Actually, when I lose enough weight, the communist trench coat, that sucks up pretty well. But the thing is, I lost the strap back in Budapest, so I've got to now find a replacement. I'll make it something looking somewhat realistic to it. A fucking belt or something. As long as it fits around the gut, that's all that matters. Oh boy. One thing that's been easy to get back into was the diet. That's not all that complicated. It's smaller portions, less fatty stuff. I do like me some rice and tuna, but you get so sick of it after a while. Chicken. That ought to be my next purchase. Some chicken. Chicken good. Yeah. Someone I know always wanted to go as Lilu from Fifth Element. I think she'd pull it off really well. Oh, my friend Ashley. It's weird because she normally likes dressing up as dudes. I think she'd make a pretty good Lilu. Getting those fucking weird looking suspenders. That'd be a trick. Lilu Dallas multipass. I hear someone is trying to remake or do a sequel to The Fifth Element. If that is the case, fuck yeah. I think they'd make a really good TV show out of that. I mean, I like some of the shows that are out there right now that are sci-fi. Like The Expanse, for example. It's hard to follow that story. What's his name? Stardock. Stardock and the Templin Institute. They've both worked on their YouTube channels. They've both worked on The Expanse, and that's a really good show. They've also got their own stuff as well. The Verge, I think. I think Stardock is making The Verge. 111. Woo! Evan, give me strength to last another 11 minutes. Christ. Should be able to get 400 calories at the end of this. Not a terrible start. So that's 1 hour, 400 calories, 800. So nearly half my daily intake of food when I finally do this. And that's good, because you don't starve yourself on a diet like Jesus. But I got nothing but fat to give, so tone that shit up and drop it, and it's good. Alright, we're at 5k now, 10 minutes, 350, speed 6.2. I'm up by 1. See what I mean? I'm getting back into the swing of it. I gotta do these at either earlier times or much later times, like 9 o'clock in the morning. Chris might not be thrilled about that, but the building management said it's totally fine to do that. 9 to 9, that's when I'm allowed to do it. This is where I wish we had a pool. Kill for a pool right now. More cardio, but oh, so refreshing. A few places I'm going to be staying at, like hotels, in the trip, because I'm not even trying to stop myself this time around, have pools, so if I'm lucky, the weather will be good. I mean, it'll be fucking good in Vegas. I don't know if I want to jump into a pool in Vegas, like Russian roulette, but at the same time it'll be scorching hot summers. Early spring. Oh boy. Oh, sweaty. Eight minutes Morius. Now I'm running on fumes. Try not to think about it. Next time I do this, I'll have some talking points, not just me rambling. Because I find the more I ramble, it's great, but I need to focus. And sometimes I can't come up with something. I should have a little task next to me, like talk about this, talk about this. I do that enough and then, whew. But anyway. 7 minutes. I'll miss this when it's gone. I've always wanted a treadmill. I've had it for maybe 2 years at most. It's fair enough, I guess. Still don't get this dirt cheap. They go for about 800. I'll just take the first real offer that comes along. And then I'll have a lot more space in the room. Because this one thing this does, it does dominate the room even when it's pulled up. My ma was here last, she said it looks like a throne from behind. Had I not been doing what I'm going to be doing, and I had a little bit more space, I would have taken this into the sitting room and put up a green screen around my back. That was my original plan. You can still find it in my wish list if it's down there. I don't need it now. That's all done. I'll upload a new wish list and it's all going to be things like backpacks and boots and charger packs for a laptop. Which of course I'll be buying myself. I'm not under any illusions that anyone's going to get me those things. But I do think I won't get much use out of the things I asked for, except maybe a GoPro. A brand new GoPro is about $350. Jesus. That's not going to happen. But I don't need one, do I? I need like a 150, 100 even. Hell, you're able to buy the crappier ones at 80. I don't need it. God, I'm going to have 2 cameras, 2 phones, and my laptop. I'll be sorted. Four minutes, and then we're done. Ugh. Disgusting. How people can get turned on by fucking sweaty feet and shit is beyond me. Ugh. You don't get me wrong, put on some... A woman coming out of a pool, hell yeah, but that's because it's all covered in water. This is stinky water. 3 minutes 40. Distance 5.6. Shit. I'm gonna increase. I wanna get that distance up. Oh boy. 5.7. Calories 4. You got just over 3 minutes to go. That's it. I'm putting it to 6.5. Ooh. Come on, baby. Give me some of that sweet 5.8. Ah. 5.8. Okay. Well, thank you everyone who popped in. Thank you, Bill, for being in the chat. I will be back this evening. You'll know soon enough. I'll upload, when I upload the next time I upload a thumbnail on Discord, I will be playing it, I'll be doing it a lot more sooner, about say half an hour. So you won't be waiting anywhere near as long. Because I usually upload, like yesterday I uploaded it 4 hours beforehand. That was ridiculous. And by the time I uploaded, people were already signing off for the night. And my last 111. There we are. 1 minute left. And here we are. Alright. 1 minute left. This is 5.9 calories. $148. Let's have a look at my heartbeat. Oh, we have a chance. 78, 83, 88, 93, 98, and now we're at 6K. 103, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we end it at 1 hour with 425 calories at an average speed of 6 to 6.1 for 6 kilometers. I am dripping wet. I am wetter than some people I know when they saw Keanu Reeves at E3. I still think that this is, when he's doing Cyberpunk, he's in some alternate reality version of Johnny Mnemonic. I actually don't feel that bad. I could have gone longer. Oh, that's a good sign. That's a good fucking sign. Hey. I feel fine. I'm sweaty, but I feel fine. So, God, you can really see it here. Look at that. It looks like I spilled a drink all over me. Woo! Aqua. Liquid. Okay. Well, another workout stream finished. I'm gonna go and clean up. I will be running again probably either Thursday or Friday. Probably Friday, seeing how I might not be back home on Thursday straight away. But I'll be streaming gaming this evening. Still not sure what. It might be Age of Empires. I haven't played it in a while. But it also might not. And I'll also be gaming tomorrow. Maybe even for me today. So like 5, 6, 7 in the morning, something like that. But anyway, thank you so much for popping in, whether you're in the future or current. And if you liked what you saw, please like the video, share the video, subscribe, join our Discord, help a brother out down the corner if you're feeling so inclined. If not, all's good in the proverbial neighbor and indeed hood. Okay, I'm out of here. See you all again soon. Bye!